Young Kweku has it all teed up. And away we go from East Rutherford. Ty Felton here to return it. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And leading them in his pseudo-rookie season after that injury cost him last year. The 10th overall pick in our 2024 draft, J.J. McCarthy.
You know, Kate, that injury robbed us all of what looked like a promising rookie season through the preseason where this kid was on fire. But he's still got a year of learning from head coach Kevin O'Connell. Maybe more importantly, watching Sam Darnold's magical season now. Well, now the ball's in his hands.
First carry here for Aaron Jones. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
He was brought down by Neville Hewitt. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Staying on the ground with Jones. The 2nd down run, good for 4. That brings up 3rd down.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So they couldn't throw for it on 3rd down, and as a result, they were headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping them off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting them even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
Now we'll see Ryan Wright come on for the Vikings to punt this away on 4th. Secures this at the 17. And he's brought down before the return gets far. So out come the Giants. Their first drive of the game coming up. And bringing them out, one of 2 quarterbacks taken in the first round of this year's draft. Out of Ole Miss, it's Jackson Dart.
One of the things that I know Brian Dable and the Giants loved about Jackson Dart is every step of his career. From high school in Utah to USC to Ole Miss, he just kept getting better and better and better. How about the first QB to lead Ole Miss Rebels to back-to-back 10-win seasons in over 80 years? That's what they're getting their first-round pick.
Dart starting with a pass here. Throw right side is caught by Robinson. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. And anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
On 1st and 10, here's Dart. He'll try and run this. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
A gain of 19 yards. That's another Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
1st and 10 from the 43. That's going to tuck it and run. Still going inside the 35. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Well, there's going to be a missed assignment on somebody's grade sheet tomorrow. That read option game with the quarterback, there is always a defender that's responsible for the QB. That time, QB takes advantage.
They'll motion Slayton left. On the handoff, this is Tracy. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Here's Tracy once more. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
The Vikings into the nickel for this 3rd down play. To the air on 3rd and long. Pass brought in by Slayton. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Well, when your opponent fails to act, Brock, you want to capitalize, right? And they are moving like a team ready to provide us with our first points of this game.
Yeah, pretty lackluster start there, Kate, from their opponents. You got a golden opportunity to immediately take control as they convert to stay on the field.
Completed over the middle. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Darts out of the shotgun. In trouble now, and the ball is out. And the Vikings have recovered. And they can't cobble a return together, but they do have the football. They've got it on their side of the field. Man, they had to be exhausted by that point, Brock, which makes it even more impressive that one of them somehow found the energy to force a fumble like that, finally get them off this field.
Yeah, it's thrilling for the defense, Kate, but geez, it's demoralizing for an offense because you could feel it. You could feel it when you've kept that defense and ground them to a nub, and you just feel that energy being sucked out of them, and to not take advantage of it just stings that much more.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Addison going to motion over left. Play action, McCarthy. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, he never stared him down, but that was such a good job by the quarterback to keep his eyes downfield. Keep working as that shallow cross. Those crossing routes so devastating for zone coverage.
1st and 10. Here's Jones. Breaks the tackle. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Here's McCarthy on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's going to keep it this time. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
It's a gain of 18. That's another Vikings 1st down. 1st and goal, Minnesota.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a 1st down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
From the red zone on 1st. Looking for an open man. Nowhere to go with it, so he's just going to throw this one away.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line, ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here is 2nd and goal. From the gun, Jones gets it. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Only a yard on the gain there, and now it's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 4.
1 yard on the play.
Where you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
3rd and goal for McCarthy. And no one had a shot at that. It's at the back of the end zone, incomplete.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
So the Vikings will try a field goal on 4th down. Will Reichert headed out. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Reichert connects there. And they're able to get 3 points off that turnover.
Kate, I like to call that whole situation right there complimentary football. The defense, they take the ball away. The offense, well, they possess it and drive it a good chunk down the field. And ultimately, well, your kicker delivers with the field goal.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Here's Devin Singletary on the return. Things going well so far. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line. The Giants taking the field for their 2nd possession. And their defense held up after that fumble. Only gave up 3, so time for this offense to make it up to them. Get some points of their own. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Dart from the pistol. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
There is not a route you throw as a quarterback where timing is more important than that outcut. If you are a millisecond late in this game, with the speed of these players, that ball is far and wide.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Dart. Finds him over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
Vikings sending out nickel coverage here on 3rd down. Receiver in motion. He's headed right. 3rd down now. Here's Dart. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing to double coverage, odds are against you.
The Giants ready to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. The Vikings offense back to the field now. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. On play action now, McCarthy. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. Jordan Addison, the intended target. So 2nd down coming up.
It's 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Short pass brought in. Tackle made right around the 26. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
12 yards. And the Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Looking right, and he finds him. Short pickup to their own 31. That was Kayvon Thibodeau there to wrap him up. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Jones trying the left side. Has a lane past the 45. And he works this down to the 41. A 28-yard pickup there. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
First down.
So first down from the 41. Staying on the ground here with Jones. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of them on that run. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Off play action. It's McCarthy. Fits it through the middle. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. They strike for 23 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
First down. It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Vikings.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
Out of the gun, a gift to Jones. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
Stay on schedule. SOS. We talk about it all the time offensively. You've got to stay on schedule, and a run like that puts you now so far behind the sticks. Going to take some superhuman effort now on second down.
All right, here we go. Second down. Here's McCarthy to throw. That's incomplete on second down. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion, because now you're staring at 3rd and extra long, and that's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. They just can't finish the play.
You know, that's a risk of putting up a jump ball in the end zone. You know, some of these defenders in this day and age can go up and get it with the best of the receivers. That's one they got away with. Should have been a pick and, frankly, a touchback.
A 42-yard attempt.
Reichert connects there. Now one of the Vikings in some pain out there. So we'll get a stoppage here as he's helped by trainers. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Gunnar Olszewski now to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. Things sure have started out rough, and they've stayed that way through 2 drives. Maybe drive number 3 here is where we see this offense get rolling. Giants lining things up. 1st and 10. Let's start on the ground here. Tracy. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. 2nd down.
While that run may not have moved the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Counter give to Tracy. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. That's the end of our opening quarter. The Vikings have played to an early lead. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They've got a first to begin the frame. It's going to tuck it and run. And they aren't going to like this. They went to the zone read, and it winds up losing them 3 yards. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
Now darts going in the air. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. It will continue to do so.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Here he goes, third and long. Vikings get there, they're going to win this round. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of fourth down.
Third and long, and that coordinator decides to dial up the pressure, and they get to the quarterback. You know why I love this call, Kate? It's not just because of the aggressive makeup, but you really dictate to that offense. Third and extra long is a great time to blitz, because either you get home like that, or the ball's got to come out way short of the sticks. Job well done defensively.
The Giants are set to punt. That's Miles Price back deep for the Vikings. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Vikings and Aaron Jones headed back out there on offense. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. First down now, ball at the 33. Addison going to motion over left. First and 10, here's McCarthy. Taken in by Addison, left side. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 38-yard line.
5 still to go here. This is second down. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. And that's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing third down.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Ooh, and before he can find any yards, he finds that sideline instead. That's going to bring up fourth down. Minnesota lined up in punt formation. Gunnar Olszewski will return it for the Giants. He signals for the fair catch and brings it in. The Giants offense all set to get started. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. New York to the line, first and 10. On play action with Dart. Has a man downfield. This is Robinson. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. A good pass from the rookie out of Ole Miss, and it gets him a first.
It's a gain of 40. And the Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
It's caught right side by Johnson. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. They'll go play action. Here's Dart. Completed over the middle. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And it's good for a New York first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. That tackle made by Blake Cashman.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. They go right back to Tracy. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
To the air on 3rd and long. The throw left side finds Johnson. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. And that's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line to gain.
Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run it with Devin Singletary. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
And the Giants first down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
You know what I call that play, Kate? I call that a confidence injector. It just injects belief in that O-line, that running back, and most importantly, that play caller knowing he can call a run and he can get a first down too.
Singletary will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
Lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. From the gun, it's Tracy. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Giants tie and can take the lead here in the 2nd. Young Hui Koo on for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants take the lead on that successful kick.
Vikings 6.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. On the return, here's Miles Price. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Vikings and Aaron Jones headed back out there on offense. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. It's Jones on the toss. And he has it right near midfield here. It's like about a yard short. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st down.
You know he'll never shy away from embracing contact on a play right up the gut. But come on. You know getting that toss in the open field is so much more fun. And on that play, well, certainly more exciting for all of us to watch, too.
As a man, Justin Jefferson. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives them a 1st down.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
A give left side to Jones. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. McCarthy throwing here. That's him on the quick hitter. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure. But you sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
3rd and 4 coming up now. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
For the Vikings field goal, a 32-yard attempt.
Reichard connects there, and they've taken back the lead.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. On the return, here comes Olszewski. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they'd welcome the same level of play on this series as well. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Dart setting in to throw here. Finds his target, Robinson. And he'll get this up to the 33-yard line. Ivan Pace able to make the stop.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front ready to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Out of the gun this time, here's Dart. This is taken in by Slayton on the right side. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5 right up next to that line of game.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
It's a gain of 2.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. A handoff to Tracy. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Darts out of the shotgun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
So a tough 3rd down upcoming. We've reached our 2-minute warning. Stick around. More from MetLife Stadium on the other side. The Vikings into the nickel for this 3rd down play. From the gun, here's Dart. Still on his feet. Making the call himself. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Here's Jamie Gillen on again for the punt. Miles Price deep to return. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. The Vikings now set to take the field. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Jones. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. Staying on the ground with Jones. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up 3rd down. The Giants using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Digging deep in the playbook here. This is 3rd and 11. Throw here, 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. That play good for 17 on a 1st down.
Vikings, 1st down.
And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
McCarthy fires out wide, complete. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Minnesota spends its 2nd timeout here. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
At the 43-yard line.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. operating from the gun. It's McCarthy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Timeout comes, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Ryan Wright on to punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And that return's going to leave him enough time to squeeze in 2 plays here if they want before the half.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So less than a field goal separating these teams after our first 2 quarters. As we throw to Scott Hansen with our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, Scott, thanks so much. We are back, and this one's shaping up to be an exciting one. Very close game, Brock, as we start our 3rd quarter. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. On the return, here comes Olszewski. He stopped on the run back of the 27. So to begin the 3rd quarter, the New York offense returning to the field. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Giants lining things up. 1st and 10. A give to Tracy up the middle. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Tracy, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Darts looking to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little shorter than 35.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Now Dart. He has the first over the middle. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
The Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the
Boy, they sure found the
47-yard
right
line.
route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. This time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And their fourth sack of the game right there brings up second down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
Need to shake off that sack and quick. Here comes 2nd and 13. Here goes Dart to the air. Hyatt with the grab. And he'll get this through the midfield stride, but starts pushing into Vikings territory.
It's a gain of 8.
Well, nothing very fancy about that. That's just a textbook curl route. I think they were running curl routes last century, and it's a play that works a high percentage of the time then, just like it did now.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Here's Dart now. Oh, he's going to run for it. And Dart's got him a fresh set of downs there as he slides to a stop.
A gain of 10 yards.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Giants there. They get to the loose ball and make the recovery. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
It's Tracy on 2nd down. And all he can get is a yard here, Brian. It's going to be 3rd down.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now Dart's going to the air. Pass complete to Robinson. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
Throwing on first down, it's Dart. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
So after the sack, quite the situation they find themselves in. Here comes 2nd and 22. To throw, here's Dart. Short pass brought in. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
Brings up 3rd down.
Let's see what they went with. 3rd down. Third and long for him here. Past the line, he's going to run for it. And that will not be enough for a first down.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a 4th down.
Field goal attempt coming now from Young Hui Koo. It's a 38-yarder from the left hash. Koo able to put it through, and they've taken back the lead.
Well, that didn't take too long. One series in, and he's given them the second half lead.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Felton now to return this. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Vikings and Aaron Jones headed back out there on offense. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. He's got room to roam. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that one.
And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Throw left side, brought in by Hawkinson. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. To the air on 3rd and long. He's got the 1st down grab and still going. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings grab the lead on their 1st series of the half. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. Well, Brock, even with it being possibly the most popular route for teams to go to, sometimes you get it on the slant, you find yourself in the gap to turn it into much more, including what we just saw, 6 points.
All this time on task between you and I together, why do you think it's the most popular route?
Easy for the QB?
Yeah, I mean, short distance, easy for the QB, and it's also great versus man or zone. There really is not a defense that you can employ out there when you execute it right and you execute it on time, the big plays, and sometimes like this, touchdowns will follow.
McCarthy's going to look to throw this. And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead.
You go with what you think is your best option. There they felt like it was going to be a pass, but sometimes it simply doesn't work.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. On the return, here comes Olszewski. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. And they've got a bit of momentum from the field goal on the last series, hoping to grow that into something greater with a touchdown here.
Yeah, I think one thing you find is you do not want to settle for a field goal again. Points are great, but touchdowns, that's what's win games in the NFL.
New York to the line, 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
It's a gain of
Simply put, Kate,
yards.
that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Going play action with Dart. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds.
14 yards.
Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's good for a New York first down.
First and 10.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Giants take a third-quarter lead.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Brian Dable has the offense out there. They're trying for two.
The Giants will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll try it on the ground. And he isn't able to get in here. That lead's going to stay right where it is.
The score, Giants
That
16,
came right up to the
Vikings
doorstep
15.
of success. Nice play, though, to make some contact and stop him a yard shy of the conversion.
Yeah, these defenders, they just want to get to that next play. After you give them a touchdown, even if it's not their fault, right? Snap and clear. And that hyper-focus and extra motivation led them to sniffing out that call and being able to react just in the nick of time.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Felton now to return this. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Vikings and Aaron Jones headed back out there on offense. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. Minnesota into formation. It's first and 10. Jones trying the left side. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. A gain of 15 there. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Connects on the crosser. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45.
It's a gain of 16
That's
yards.
16 on the pickup. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
First down.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. When you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
First and 10, here's Jones. He gets him inside the 40, and that's a gain of about 9 yards on the play.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about willpower. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that first down.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. Second down carry for Jones. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
First and 10 from the 32. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's keeping it. Gets it to the 15. And McCarthy slides to the ground here, but not before picking up the first.
It's a gain of 27 yards. And the Vikings first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
They'll run here. It's Mason. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Just 1 yard on first and goal. Still 4 yards to go on second.
Guessing everybody in the huddle and on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot and can't wait to see what they do here on second and goal.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's second and goal. Jones. Line up the design keeper. And he's in for the touchdown. The Vikings take a third-quarter lead. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while, but that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Kevin O'Connell with the call. They're trying for 2.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And they beat the defense with the throw and get 2 following the touchdown.
23, Giants 16.
No dice the first time they tried it, but this time, Brock, the 2-point conversion is successful.
Just felt like they were waiting for the right opportunity to try it once again. Not only to make up for the first attempt, but establish a little confidence from this spot. And who knows, maybe we'll have a 2-pointer that plays a bigger role when this thing's all said and done.
Will Reichard.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. On the return, this is Singletary. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Giants and Jackson Dart set to go back on offense. And they sure surprised us, going for 2 in that spot on their last drive. Not sure we're going to see that call come out here again. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's first and 10. A draw now. This is Tracy. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You know, some positive yardage there, Kate, but just as important, they're mixing up their play calling, and they could very well be setting up the defense for a big play later.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9. They'll go play action. Here's Dart. Go right side is caught by Robinson. He's taken down after reaching the 30. Play brought to an end by Jonathan Grenard.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They'll air it out on 3rd. Downfield. This is Robinson. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And they're able to haul him down, and that's going to wrap up this 3rd quarter. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Giants football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. All set to go now from the 35. They send a receiver in motion right. On first down, here's Dart. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
That's going to throw again here on 2nd and 10. Completed to his running back. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
On the sneak, here's Dart. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
Come on, Kate. Put me in. One play, one time. I may have retired back in 04, but I could pick up a couple inches on that sneak. Astounding that call did not turn into a first down. Come on, boys.
He's keeping it. He's going for it. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
So simple, yet so hard to defend, Kate. They line up, they play smash mouth, and they get the first down.
The 25-yard line.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. Running in the red zone. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 21
That is textbook
yards.
RPO right there, Kate. Quarterback's decision-making comes quick off the snap. And that back, you know that he's already looking for those lanes before the ball's even in his belly. Before that defense can adjust to the run, he hits that second level.
1st down, and they go right back to it. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Singletary from the pistol. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. Defense making a couple of good stops here, and this brings up 3rd and goal.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Into the gun this time, here's Dart. And he will take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants now trail by just a point in the 4th. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Felton now to return this. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Vikings and Aaron Jones headed back out there on offense. They're headed out there after just watching their lead disappear, but going off of that, an opportunity does exist now for an immediate answer.
And I'm going to say the quiet thing out loud here, Kate. There is a part of this offensive group that just loves this opportunity. They get the chance right now to answer, and not just that, but possibly come up with a game-winning drive.
Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. On play action now, McCarthy. This is Jefferson, and he's got it. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
And the Vikings, first down. It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Minnesota.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from first down to first down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Taken in by Addison, left side. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
Off play action, it's McCarthy. Another one to Addison. Tackle made at the 10, 1st and goal coming up.
A gain of 25 more yards. That's another Vikings first down. First down and 10 yards to go.
That's one of those plays, Kate, where every position on the offense gets a gold star. They all did their job, enough protection to allow the quarterback time to find his receiver, who went all the way from the right side of the field to the left side of the field to do some damage.
From the gun, Jones gets it. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Throws caught. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings take a 4th quarter lead. It's a T.J. Hockenson touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Vikings break that tie and now lead by 7.
Giants 23.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. On the return, this is Singletary. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. Giants lining things up. 1st and 10.
Hey, I got him, man, I got him.
They're going play action. Dumped off to his running back. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Simply part of the job description for any running back in today's game. You're out there, you're going to be one of your quarterback's most important safety valves. And you got to be ready for that check down at all times.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the gun, a carry by Singletary. Not much space available there. Maybe 2. That brings up 3rd down.
He was brought down by Eric Wilson. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. He's going to try to drop it in, deep right. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings take possession along the 32-yard line. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
The Vikings and Justin Jefferson ready to go to work again offensively. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. First and 10 from the 32. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Play action, McCarthy. Couldn't connect right side, it's incomplete. Couldn't connect with Jordan Addison. And that takes them to 3rd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. That's caught. This is Addison. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
And the Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Finds him on the crossing route. And he has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. They get 23 on that one. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Jones. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
McCarthy to throw it. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
It's third down. And 8 yards to go.
To the air on third and long. Caught near the goal line. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a first and goal.
It's a gain of 20. That's another Vikings first down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
On the toss, here's Mason. And he runs it across, touchdown! The Vikings go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away.
Vikings.
Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff.
Yep.
Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Reichert on for the point after.
For the extra point.
Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings double their lead to 14.
37. Giants 23.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away.
For the Vikings.
On the return, this is Singletary. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Giants about to get to work on offense. And this could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. New York to the line. First and 10. I'll start the drive with Singletary. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. They get 19 on that pickup. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
Easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Throwing on first down. It starts. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. So first down from the 41. Dart out of the shotgun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on second down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
After the sack could really use a big play here on second down. It's 2nd and 15. Gives to Singletary from the gun. Let's call that a solid run there, partner. He got about 6. It's going to be third down.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. Third and long for him here. And they get stuffed. He is knocked backwards on the play. That makes it fourth down.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on third down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
They're going to go for it here, trailing in the fourth. Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Vikings take over now and have possession at the 25.
Okay, that's just one of those situations it is so difficult to be a quarterback in that spot. It's kind of like being a pitcher in a 3-0 count. You just oftentimes don't win, and you feel like you got to force the issue, and you force the issue, yeah, interceptions follow.
The Vikings and receiver Jordan Addison getting set for this next drive. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. The Giants using their first timeout. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
And the Vikings, first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Slot man motioned over. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Jones once more. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning. Giants with an extra DB out there now. 3rd down. Now it's McCarthy. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
The Vikings getting their punt team out. Ryan Wright's the one to send it away. And there won't be a return on this one. It's out of bounds, and the mark looks to be at about the 16-yard line. Now here comes the New York offense. And this drive would be a win if they can just hang on to the football, Brock, coming off those back-to-back turnovers. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And this play's going to come to an end at the 27. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good for a New York first down.
1st and 10.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Giants losing by 14. No timeouts and down 2 scores. They've got to find points quickly here. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Dart. Throwing the out route complete. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. Connects on the crosser. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they say you never go broke taking a profit. Just find that completion. And it may not be a Benjamin, but even those little dollar bills start to add up.
No timeouts and down 2 scores. They've got to find points quickly here. It's 1st and 10. Dart gonna throw again. He tucks it and takes off. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
The throw left side finds Johnson. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
2nd down now. They need 7. Dart setting in the throw here. This is taken in by Slayton on the right side. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
3rd down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. Throwing now. Throwing for the back of the end zone. Well, he put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And 4th and 4 coming up. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. And you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
Past the line, he's going to run for it. And they are sent off the field. They had to go for it. Defense knew it was coming. That's a turnover on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate said, you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
The Vikings taking the field on offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Design quarterback run here. So the Vikings pick up the win on the road. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings emerge as winners as we say so long from New York.